Hello traders and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be doing a quick little update here on XAUUSD. I'm in the office today and things are going crazy, so I figured I would stop what I was doing and basically just film a little update on my thoughts on the gold market. Now, we've seen some severe selling here on XAUUSD. Now, the first thing I want to say before I go into the technicals today, I'm going to share my opinion of this pair. I'm going to share kind of my prediction or where I think things could head with gold. But I'm also going to talk a little bit about the fundamentals. Now, of course, if you're anybody who trades or looks at the market actively, you know that we've had some chaos in the world of currencies as well as the world of stock markets. So we've seen some craziness. We've seen some all-around movements, and gold is definitely a part of that volatility. Now, what we've actually seen is that gold has sold off actually at one point today down 13.72%. I want to point something out about gold though that just really caught my eye. We're taking a look at the daily chart and take a look at this, guys. This last rally that we had on gold moved from the lows down here at 1446 all the way to a recent high right around the $1,700 mark. But notice something about this. TradingView gives us this kind of cool tool where we can see the duration of a move or the days of a move in order to see kind of how long it was. So what you can see is that this is 82 bars, 82 kind of candlesticks to get from this point down here around the 1445 all the way to that $1,700 mark. A 17.8% rise in the gold market in about 118 days. Okay, that's a really, really impressive move for gold, and we've seen some overwhelming bullishness on this currency pair or this commodity in the last several weeks. But take a look at what we see happening right now. So again, notice, keep an eye on this 118 days mark. Well, if we do the opposite and we take a look here, from that same high down to the recent low, we erased all of those gains, all of that bullish momentum, every single push to the upside that we saw, which we caught a large part of inside of our VIP community. By the way, there's information down below in the description if you want to check out our team. You can follow along with the trades taken by myself as well as some of our other top trading analysts. But anyways, we saw a move from that high down to the lows here, and all of that gain erased in 7 days. You can see here at the bottom of the screen that 118-day rise was followed and erased completely at a point of just 7 days later. 5 days of trading, 7 total days, including weekends, right? So even when the market was closed, right, we just saw massive selling on gold. And so now I've had a lot of people reach out and ask, Nick, can you do a video regarding this? Do you think that gold is going to bounce? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into a little bit of the fundamentals and talk slightly about the technicals as well. Things have really shifted, and this is actually for the first time in a while that we've seen some bearish scenarios that could actually turn this trend around. Okay, and so we're taking a look here at gold again on the daily chart, but I want to back out for a moment. We'll just start with a pure, very simple technical filter that I've been looking at for a very long time, which is the 200-day simple moving average. We have been bullish on gold on the live streams. If you've been watching the streams, then you've seen us again and again be bullish and call out potential upside moves on XAUUSD ever since we broke above the highs here in December of 2018. Okay, that's a 1 year plus trend in this market. From 2018 in December, we saw gold break above the highs there, breaking through that 200 period moving average and continue to trend higher. We've been predominantly bullish on gold since that point. Well, for the very first time, take a look at where price is currently at. Ta-da, we're back at the 200-day, and this is a really, really big indicator of what price does next, in my opinion. So again, we haven't even tested the 200. This is the first time we've even touched or retested the 200 period on gold. So all of this time, we have not even tagged the 200 period. And for the first time, we've retested it, and we actually traded below it. What I'm going to be looking for here on gold is going to be watching for the breakdown or break underneath this 200 period, and if we can hold it. For example, if we actually get a close here on this particular move, if we see this candle close bearish, something like here, I think that there's potential that we see continuation to the downside and that this market actually starts reversing into a downtrend. Now, I'm not going to say that this is a full-on downtrend just yet because we are still trading technically, or we haven't closed beneath the 200 period, and we still have some major supportive levels to watch out for. So if you're a bull on gold, we'll talk about the bullish case, and we'll talk a little bit more about the bearish case in just a moment. So the bullish case here is that we have a really, really strong rise on gold, and that it's possible that price still may, in the next several months, want to head back to the 2011 highs right around that 1800 mark, or even the all-time high there at the 1915 level. Okay, so what we're going to be looking for here in terms of the bullish case is, can we in fact hold this current level that we are at? So what we'll do, take a look at this support zone right here. This level has been obviously a very interesting level, and this is right around the 1450 level. You can actually see price came down to this level and tagged it very briefly before erasing or kind of pulling back some of that sell side. Okay, so we had this 1450 level be a very, very strong area of support previously, and as price comes down into that area, the question will be, can we hold some demand here, and can it be enough demand to actually close us back above that 200 period simple moving average? Okay, so those are two bullish things that I will be looking for. If we can get the 200 day to hold, it's possible that there might actually be a decent setup to look for continuation back to the upside. For example, if we actually see this price close above the 200 period and a hold above this level here, there might be looking for some sort of confirmation on the short-term time frames, some setups that could get us long in favor of this dominant uptrend that we have seen. Okay, so with that said, let's say that we do get a bullish break and we actually hold this level. Well, we've got some resistance points now that are going to be very, very heavy resistance points for price to break back above if we do see the bullish rise. Of course, we have to highlight the recent high there, right around that 1650, 1700 mark. That's going to be a major level of resistance, as we have seen multiple times when price comes towards the all-time high or the most recent high, right? It is initially a big point of resistance. As we saw here, we saw price try to get above, we consolidated before ultimately breaking higher. So the big thing here is that we do have resistance at this previous high here, and where we found support, we actually broke underneath. We found sellers who were able to push price beneath. And so if price were to retrace, a bearish case would be, looking for that to be a level of kind of a bounce back or kind of a pullback in favor of this downtrend. To me, what would make this more appetizing on the sell side would be if we saw a big bearish candle close here first. For example, if we saw something like this market, again, close beneath that 200 period strongly and close right around this support level, it would be possible that we see a nice little bounce off of that support level, and then looking for the failure might actually be a decent setup. So for example, right, retesting here and looking for that continuation might be a decent setup. You could trade just back to that range, or even look for that continuation downwards. That's where we need to back up to take a look at some of these longer term moves, which could mean a move down to this level here, which the risk to reward there might actually be very, very decent if we get some sell side confirmation. I'm looking for candlestick patterns. I'm looking for closes underneath significant resistance levels or the moving average that I'm talking about, the 200 period, right? So looking for those sell signs could be an interesting point to look at. But I think it's possible that we get some sort of short-term bounce in kind of the craziness. The volatility has just swung back and forth. We've seen bulls and bears just taking over these markets on a dime. And so watching gold right now will definitely be an interesting thing, to keep in mind, because right now it's trading very similar to the S&P 500, the stock market, right? When the stock market is dipping really strongly, gold is actually selling off quite extensively as well. And when the market rises, gold is tending to rise. We're actually catching a bounce this morning, which is causing a lot of this bullish move here. So I think that there is some sell side opportunities if you're looking for them, right? If you're a bear here on gold, again, my personal opinion would be to look for a strong close underneath this significant moving average and to look for some sort of pullback play. I would not necessarily be a straight up seller on gold at this point. And to be a buyer, I'd probably look for the close back above the 200 period and look on the shorter time frames for some sort of candlestick pattern or confirmation that we could get some bullishness here in this market. Now, again, I want to also kind of highlight the fundamentals. Right now, news is dominating price action. We are seeing the news just, all of a sudden we get something come out and the market just tanks or the market starts flying, right? And so to me, watching and waiting for some sort of catalyst might actually be the best play at these times. So in my opinion, if I was to trade gold or I was to trade any currency pair right now, I would probably wait for some sort of news, take some time to evaluate and think about what I think that news could bring for future valuations, and look for price action and short-term entry and exit points to try and trade my thesis. So for example, if we get something positive about the healthcare world right now, right, then there might be the setup, there might be some opportunity for some bullishness and looking for candlestick patterns and price action points to get in and target significant levels of resistance or support, right? So that is what I'm talking about, is I'm looking to combine right now the technicals with the fundamentals. I think that is a very big component of trading right now, and I think that that's where a lot of traders are getting their edge, is kind of taking in the information that we see from headline news as well as from data that's coming out from different medical institutions, and trying to make a bias and trade the short-term price action using some of the technicals in combination with those fundamentals. So that is what I will be doing on the gold market as well as all of the currency market and the stock market. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, do me a big favor, please give this video a thumbs up. If you're at the end of the video, thank you very much for watching. If you're not already, join our VIP group. We offer it down below in the description. You can sign up to be a member if you want to trade alongside myself, see all the trades that I'm taking, as well as our other top analysts. Again, link down below in the description. Guys, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys back next time.